I came into contact first with Catherine House Hospice through Stoke Hospital, the cancer centre, when my son was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. We were both made very, very welcome when we first arrived at Catherine House. Dr. Kate came to see us and did quite a lengthy conversation about him, what he wanted, what he was interested in, what he wanted to do, which then spiralled. He brought his Xbox into Catherine House, and that was all set up. He did lots of things. He went to play pool at night in day services, went out for walks in the garden, which he quite liked, but he couldn't quite manage around the garden all of the time, but it was quite peaceful in the garden, so he quite liked that. Just breath of fresh air is what he used to say. But they were generally always in good spirits with him, had some banter, which he quite liked, laughing a joke. And he got on very well with all of the nurses. He talked a lot about football, and they had a bit of banter about who was winning, who was, how far they were up at the table and things like that. Got in contact with Donna Louise Trust and got a video from Wayne Rooney just to say, hope you're okay. He was very busy, I think, at the time. Press play.
Hi Tommy, just to let you know I'm thinking of you. I'd like to thank you for all your support over the years and send my best wishes to you and your family.
We didn't expect his reaction at all. We thought he'd say, how did you manage that? But it was completely the opposite. Was really quite upset about it, but in a nice way, quite emotional about it. And that probably was the highlight of a lot of things for him. He really found that quite comforting. And then some ladies at Catherine House Hospice in Newport sent him in a scarf, which he hung above his bed. He sent me a picture. Oh, look what they've just sent me. And from the charity shop, they'd had it donated and they bought it for him and sent it in for him because they'd seen it on social media. So that pleased him as well, the scarf did, which hung above his bed. So yeah, he felt at home, because his initial 2 weeks he didn't really want to stay. But then after about a week he was saying, oh yes, I think this is the right place. I think, can we stay? Can I stay? Can we do this? A very positive experience. He got on really well with the cook. I think his name's Gary, and had a lot of respect for Gary, who just suddenly whizzed up any food that he wanted. And he loved his lasagna. And he had a really nice relationship with Gary. He could send orders up and Gary'd say, here it is. So yes, positive all the way around, including Tommy. Tommy never regretted being at home, or he never really said anything about it. And even when it got to the final stages, even because he was a young lad, he didn't really want the nurses to be showering him and things like that. So somebody from Hospice at home, he came in, and Tommy built up quite a relationship with him just over a short period of time. But that again made him feel comfortable, his dignity, everything. So they all worked together and did what they could in every respect for Tommy. Every respect. I've been in a few times since Tommy passed away in January, and I've always been made to feel welcome. Come in, have a cup of tea. Oh, how are you? How are you doing? Always. So it wasn't just about Tommy, it was about the whole family as well. And been offered counselling, support, any which way, alternative therapies, everything, even though Tommy had passed away. So even now, if I walked in tomorrow, I know that I'd be made to feel welcome and even if they were too busy, because I always feel they're always so busy, because spending a period of time there, They were always busy, always, and so you don't want to hinder them, so you think, oh, I can't just pop in. But even when I have popped in, even when they're busy, would you like a cup of tea, would you like a cup of coffee, can I get something for you, you know, how have you been? Always made to feel welcome, always. Very nice. It was beautiful, lights everywhere. They allowed Tommy, we decorated his room, Christmas tree, lights, things hanging from the ceilings that kept falling down. All kinds of stuff. They gave him a gift at Christmas, and just generally festive. Gary used to wear funny hats. Every day he used to have a funny hat on, which really cheered Tommy up, because he said, oh, what have you got on today? And he'd pull this chicken out or something. You know, it was, but those things kept Tommy motivated, because he enjoyed the kind of banter that he had with people, and just generally happy around Christmas. Do you know what I mean? It was, and in all fairness, if Catherine House hadn't arranged for oxygen at home, other things, we wouldn't have been in a position that Tommy would have been able to just come home for Christmas Day. And although he only came home for a short period of time because he really couldn't manage, that was important to him, because that was his ultimate goal, was to come home on Christmas Day. So we achieved that, but that would not have been possible without Dr. Kate, without all of the staff providing everything that we needed, changing his times of his syringe drive so it didn't overlap with Christmas Day, and making all the arrangements that were made. That would not have been possible, and Tommy's wish really then wouldn't have happened. It is a lifeline for families, particularly, I feel. Well, it was for our family. We could not have got through it without Catherine House.